Good morning and welcome to a new update, and today of course the lights will be orange because of Max becoming a world champion. But we're going to discuss Bitcoin today as we've had a nice weekend move and price has dropped back to the CME price before it actually closed on Friday. So what is next? That's what we're going to discuss in this short update. But before that, do not forget to check out our Twitter and Instagram, because on Twitter we're going to do the giveaway for a few more days. Next week will be the final days, and in the last days we'll do the biggest prizes. So definitely do not forget to check out our Twitter and Instagram, and also do not forget to subscribe beneath and like this YouTube update if you enjoy the content that we are producing. So the price action is relatively boring at this point, as we've just witnessed a correction of approximately 35%, and Bitcoin is just consolidating sideways. We've had a nice bounce back up to 51k during the weekend, or high in the 50k, and during the last night we've had a corrective move once again, as the CME price had a close on Friday around 48.4k. Now we are back at those ranges, and therefore altcoins are mostly also still consolidating, which means that we are still in a period of relative accumulation where you can build your actual positions, as that is what this period is all about. So let's keep the intro for what it is, and let's get towards the charts, in which we're going to discuss Bitcoin and Ether for a little bit. So when we're looking at the price action of Bitcoin at this point, we can definitely look at the higher time frames, in which we can see that we're still accumulating and holding important levels. We could also technically say that we're still making lower highs, lower lows, which results into another lower low, as recently we've had a lower high being created. Overall, I think that we are into a range that we have been seeing in May, June and July, in which we're going to just have a sideways action, in which we simply are going to consolidate before we are breaking out of this entire structure into a new bullish impulse wave. So the daily time frame is relatively simple, which didn't change too much lately. And right now we're actually seeing some volatility kicking in when it comes to the price action. That's what we can discuss when it comes to the lower time frames, in which we have stated that we've had a nice run during the weekend, but there were a few crucial resistance zones that we had to break through in order to have some bullish momentum. The first one is this level that we've got around 50.6k, which we clearly didn't break through. And then second, we've got this 51.6k zone that we also still had to break through, which we didn't. So therefore these two are the crucial ones, and the price action in itself says that we are currently rejecting there, through which we dropped back south. Then the point is that we've got ourselves into the CME futures, which often closes, right? So we had this beautiful bounce back up, in which we closed the CME gap price action, as the Friday we've closed at 51.6 and opened way low, so this one finalized itself. And now, due to the fact that we've had a close at 48.5 and we opened at 50k, the price of Bitcoin came all the way back to that structure as we see right now. So this gap is also closed. Usually that's what you see happening when it comes to the price volatility of Bitcoin during the weekends. Then when the weekend is gone, price comes back to the actual closing price of Friday CME futures. And that's what we are seeing right now once again. When we're looking at the price action in itself, we are still in a stupid range, in which we also clearly have the support that we're currently bouncing on. So that is completely fine. We've also seen a deep wick when it comes to this Bybit chart. So we're just relatively consolidating, in which we are constructing ourselves a range. We could also arguably say that we still do not have any bullish divergence signaling a potential bottoming structure. And we could also say that we are still making lower highs, and we potentially are eager for lower lows to happen too. What is needed for an actual bullish breakout? That is that we're going to crack this 50k level. So first of all, the Bitcoin price action has to sustain above 47.8. If that is lost, I'm going to assume that we're going to see ourselves making or dropping beneath the recent low at 46.5, and then we're getting ourselves a bullish divergence. In this case, I want to see 47.8 sustain as support, and then a clear breakout above 50.5k is going to be a trigger towards 53.6, and that could be the first signal of a potential bottoming structure to be taking place. However, at this point, it doesn't look too great. I think you should be relatively cautious when it comes to the price action still, but if you are investing or trading or swing trading Bitcoin, these opportunities are massive. Looking at Ethereum, still relatively the same. We are still holding support. We have rejected this level once again, and therefore we've come all the way down towards the support area. When we're looking at the daily time frame, it starts to look like we're starting to fall over, in which I would not be surprised if we retest 3.5 to 3.6 again, as we are still making lower highs, lower lows. But overall, we are on a crucial support. So if Bitcoin is going to hold and crack 50.2, I think this one will be accelerating even more. Ethereum against Bitcoin, at this point at a crucial support zone. If that one is going to hold, we are fine. If this one is not going to hold, we're going to get this structure that we've got here. So overall, it's a small conclusion. I think we are in a buy the dip zones. I hope you have enjoyed it. Tonight at 17:30 Central European Time, I'll be live once again to answer all your questions. Definitely do not forget to subscribe beneath and like this YouTube update. See you again soon.